Hey guys, it's Dave from Two Average Dudes. Michael chime in a second. So Justin Trudeau was in the news barking about the Conservatives, how they were fear-mongering and everything else because of this migration pact and immigrants into Canada. Now, the way I see things is, a government that's in power should be telling the people what they're doing and what the consequences of their actions are when they're abroad. Like, they shouldn't be going off and deciding things for the country when people don't know what the heck's going on. Like, I've talked to, I bet you, over 100 people, and only one actually knew what this migration pact was about. And they didn't have too much of an idea on it. So everybody I informed, they were quite upset about it. And that's why I think that the opposition is doing a good job telling people about it. Now, Trudeau says it's fear-mongering. I say it isn't. I say it's keeping citizens informed. Now, when you look at what Justin Trudeau will talk about, he'll talk about how to better assimilate the people in the country and everything else, but he won't talk about anything else. It has to be his terms, what he wants to talk about, and he'll just shut you off or probably try and make you look like a fool or embarrass you because you're asking a question he doesn't want to talk about. Now, Ontario and Quebec, they want the federal government to fork over about, I think it's $200 million to each province. And that is because of the extra costs of these immigrants. And I think, if the feds are doing that, the provinces shouldn't be on the hook for it. Now, I'm going to get into something that might put people's fur up a bit. Now, I think that if you're a immigrant trying to get into the country and you apply and everything else, you have something to contribute to Canada and you're allowed in, perfect. I think if you're an illegal immigrant, not irregular, I don't care what Trudeau says about this, irregular. They're not irregular, they're illegal. And you're trying to get into the country and you cross the border illegally, like there's some points in Quebec and I think in Manitoba and that, people crossing over illegally, guess what? You're turfed out of here. I don't care. I don't care that, you're being persecuted or whatever. I don't care that you're economically suppressed or whatever. You're done. There's ways to get into the country. And that's it. We have to take a hard line on this. And, we shouldn't be allowing people in before we know who they are. And everybody else that applied and came in did it properly. So they should too. And if they don't, you're banished from Canada. There's no getting in. Plain and simple. Fair is fair. Okay, guys, let's see what Mike's going to say. Take care.
Dave, you're just trying to set me up to fail here, aren't you? Because I get angry whenever we talk about these irregular, illegal immigrants. Okay? As I said all the time, immigration is great. We need it. We need certain people to do certain jobs and certain skills. And we don't produce enough kids probably, so there probably is some immigration needed to keep our country going. Okay, but there's a cost to immigration, okay? And the system is set up so at least when people come in through the right channels, they have money or they have backing or they have something, so they're not totally on our system. That part is flawed, and we should talk about that one day, how flawed that system is. But at least there's an attempt that they have money, they have something, and they can support themselves. All these irregular immigrants come over with no money. So they're completely on our dollar. It costs us so much to keep these irregular, illegal immigrants. It's insane. And if I were the provinces, I'd be ticked off too. I'd be ticked off the fact that it's costing us money because the federal government's dumb enough to just let these people in. I'm sorry. If you're not coming in legally and you're trying to come through these other channels and you get caught, we shouldn't be saying, oh, here you go, let's put you up in a fancy hotel, let's give you winter jackets, and let's help you and give you welfare and support you in our country. No, it should be get out, go back home, and you're never allowed back in again. And you just kill your chance of trying to come to Canada. I'm sorry. I'm all for helping people. But once again, we're helping everybody else in the world on our dime and making our country suffer and making Canadians suffer. Let's put Canadians first once. Is it that hard to say, let's put our Canadians first? Instead of spending money on immigration, let's worry about helping Canadians get off the streets. Let's helping about Canadians so they can afford food. This is utterly ridiculous, and it's got to stop. and we got to start kicking some of these people out. Anyways, guys, you like our video, subscribe, thumbs up. Catch you next time.